Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to askNK. Today we have some exciting news coming from the folks at AMD. The folks at AMD have launched the GPU Open MaterialX library, and this is a brand new online library with tons of free materials for those who will be working with open source MaterialX format. Now this is not only limited to ProRenderer, as you can use this for any DCZ app that actually supports MaterialX. And what is MaterialX? MaterialX is an open standard developed by the folks at Lucasfilm alongside with ILM engineers to facilitate the transfer of rich materials and look development content between applications and also renderers. It also makes sense to note that several DCZ apps are actually getting on board with this, as there's a lot of DCZ app that currently supports MaterialX. And for those who like to go over to the GitHub and check out some of the things, you want to read on the document, see some libraries and some resources, I'm going to put this link in the description where you will be able to check it out. And how do we get the MaterialX library? If you go over to matlib.gpuopen.com, you'll be able to find the MaterialX library. This ever-growing library currently contains 294 materials that you will be able to grab and start working with. So in case you're looking for backs, brick wall, copestone, concrete, floor, ground, metal, paint, plaster, roofing, sci-fi stuff, you want a couple of sci-fi panels and all that stuff, yep, you'll be able to get them and you can pick any of these and work with them. It also makes sense to see that you don't need to register to actually get things up and running. You actually don't need any form of registration to download them. And how you can download these materials is very simple. Click on any of the materials that you want and you can see the resolution you want to download and the bit. So in this case, if you like to download a 1K 8-bit or 1K 16-bit, all you need to do is hit the download button and get it going. And like we mentioned, this only comes as a MaterialX library file. So if you also want to preview this, you can click on 3D and preview this in 3D. Right here, you'll be able to change the geometry type you would like to preview this as. So let's say we would like to see it as a cylinder. If we click on this, you can see it simply loads and we can grab ourselves a cylinder. There's a properties section here that you can use to play, fiddle with this, see what you can make out of the material. If you also like to change the HDRI, there's a couple of HDRIs that also exist right there. It's also worth knowing that despite the fact that you have the materials all split right here as individual objects, you can search for them if you like to. And right here, we also have collections. So these collections is more like a group of certain elements that makes up a particular scene. So in this case, if you're looking at the old castle, for example, and you click on it, you can see most of the materials or all of the materials that makes up that old castle collection. You can see there's a couple of other collections that exist, from the majestic mountain to the exquisite interior urban world and also the deep forest. Now, while we are looking at this, it is worth knowing that certain tools, like we mentioned, are currently supporting MaterialX. Substance, for example, has the Substance Designer MaterialX plugin that allows Substance Designer users to work with MaterialX directly in Substance Designer. You can read more about this and also get up with it with the Getting Started with MaterialX that the folks at Adobe have created for those working with Substance. The folks at Clarice have also announced a couple of days back that Clarice, with a brand new Angie next generation hybrid CPU GPU render, is now having a support for OSL and MaterialX. And this currently is fully integrated into Clarice, and it is definitely going to be available through the classic Clarice renderer. And with everything in place, the render time for this is currently 2 times faster, as it runs on both CPU and definitely runs faster on GPU. The folks at Side Effects as well announced within the release of Houdini 19 that Karma is also going to be using MaterialX. So MaterialX is now available in Houdini and also Clarice. And for sure, if you're working with RenderMan, MaterialX for Llama is also available, which means that if you're working with the RenderMan for Maya, Katana, Houdini, Blender, or Tractor, you'd also be able to take advantage of this huge MaterialX library and do some amazing works with it. At the same time, the folks at AMD are open to creators who would like to create and also upload their own MaterialX right here, so that everyone within the community can grab it and take advantage of this. So this is more like it. For those who like to see all of the links that we've talked about, maybe you want to see what the folks at RenderMan are doing, maybe you like to grab Side Effects, Houdini, and play with the camera that currently supports MaterialX, or you just want to work with Substance, or you want to see the GitHub and see some of the amazing things that's happening with it, links to this is going to be in the description, so do well to check it out. A huge shout out to the folks at AMD for coming up with this initiative and making it available for everyone to get on board. Tell me what you guys think about this one in the comment section, and of course if you like this video or you learned something from this, you can go ahead and give a like, and don't forget to share with a friend. And until I see you guys in the next one, peace.